So these finally came. I don't know if your social feed is anything like mine, but a couple years ago, this name showed up everywhere you looked. And if you're like me, you're pretty cautious about internet hype, or you should be. But anyway, I'm usually pretty cautious about overly hyped things. And if I see a paid ad, I don't know why, I just instantly disregard it. But something about StringJoy just seemed, I don't know, authentic, I guess. Like, they have a YouTube page, and they show you how these strings are made, and they talk about why, and I just think, I don't know, it just seems like they're really for the working musician. Artist driven, I guess, like kind of like mule guitars. And I gotta wonder, is it really worth three times the dough? Are you paying for this lovely logo and packaging more than anything? I don't know. Seems like guitar strings. We will open these up in a little bit here, but I gotta tell you a little bit about my experience with StringJoy because, well, it's June. I ordered these around Christmas. I mean, they're here now, but it's June, almost June. It's May. It's not even June yet. So a big part about what I do here is help people from my local community with their instruments. And the number one thing I tell them when they want to change the sound and feel of their instrument is just to try some new strings. So I don't know, I try to have different price points available, like low, mid, and high shelf strings. I don't have a lot to offer, but I do try to cater to the best of all three of those tiers. And StringJoy strings would definitely be the high shelf at the price point, at least that I offer. StringJoy, if you haven't heard of them, is a small company in Nashville, but what makes StringJoy different is that they pride themselves as a company that actually creates accurate string gauges that are like the correct tension. Apparently most companies are using a pretty antiquated system that was, I guess, kind of random.
So first up, let's look at a typical set of nines. Looking at this from the lightest string to the heaviest, you can see we start at 13.1 pounds, but we have this huge dip in tension down to an 11, and then a massive jump in tension up to the 16. That's not going to feel very great. Your B string is going to have a much lighter feel to it. The G string is going to really ring out when you play a chord, and it's going to be a lot harder to bend. So let's see what we can do to it. If we take this 11 and we use a 12 instead, you can see that is dead on perfect. Same tension as that 9 on top. And then if we take this 16, take it down to a 15, we are right in the money.
So I saw this maybe like 3 years ago, and it really grabbed my attention. So I took a little quiz, a little questionnaire, and based on what I answered and my playing style, they sent me a custom pack of strings. And were they any good? You tell me. So I did like the strings well enough. I did start offering them to repair clients of mine, and I don't know, it's kind of more just as like highbrow options for what I was already offering, like 80/20s and phosphor brown, stuff like that. And I just think, I didn't really give the whole picture of what I think StringJoy, what may make them special, So I decided to buy like $400 worth of strings around Christmas time, and left town, did some holiday stuff, came back, a couple weeks go by, and my strings never showed up. It was a whole horrible story, like some joker who was working the like holiday temp positions. That's good money. You should actually think about doing that if you need some holiday cash. But don't do what this guy did. He said that he delivered it in person to me and fake signed my name as the previous tenant who's on file with UPS still. So somebody who doesn't even rent from this space signed for this. It's terrible. It's just terrible. So I had to go through the whole filing, and took months of calling UPS, StringJoy, back and forth. Thankfully, eventually they did agree to the claim, and I got my strings. Yay! So we're gonna pop these open. Before we do that, I just really quickly want to thank StringJoy. They were completely compassionate throughout the entire, experience. My contact Chris, he was just such a nice, great guy. The first thing he said to me when I called about this was, "Oh man, I'm just so bummed you don't have your strings to play." And it's so sweet, you know. He never once like made me feel like it was my fault or accused me of scamming them, which easily, you know, I could have seen why they might think that. I never got my strings, and yet UPS says they delivered them, hand delivered. It's good to just not, you know, just to not feel like, you know, people are seeing the worst in you, you know. It's good to feel like people are seeing the best in you, and as a small business, there's a great lesson there, you know. I mean, if StringJoy is a small business, actually, I'm like a microscopic one, and so it's good to feel taken care of in that way. Okay, thanks for hearing my story. Somebody's got to hear. I got to vent about something sometimes. We're gonna check out the goods, and I don't know, pick a pack, make some sexy B-roll, put them on my guitar that is in dire need of new strings. All right, what do we got here? I don't even remember what I ordered at all. You gotta give it up to StringJoy for this branding. It's just, oh my god. We got these naturals. I've used these before. Too bright in here to even read that. Sunny today. You know, it wasn't sunny right until I sat in front of this camera. Is this boring? Just watching me open strings? Okay, same strings, just in a lighter variety. It does feel like Christmas, doesn't it? I mean, I was supposed to get these. All right. I got some heavies in the same variety. So I did like these, clearly. Again, these aren't all just for me. These are for the shop side of this thing. So yeah, I got heavies. Why did I get so many of these heavies? 14 to 60? I mean, there is a time and a place for that. I don't exactly know what it is yet, but it's fun to be prepared. Okay, now these are custom for 12-string guitar. This set is for me, actually. This is for my 12-string. A little heavier than the set I currently have on, and I just want to try it. I want to try a little heavier set. I've been experimenting with my 12-string. I don't know if you've seen it. It's my Frauleini that I recently got. I gotta tell that story. I haven't even told that story yet about how I got this new 12-string. But more of these heavies. Who's gonna put? Why did I get so many 14s? Okay, these are new. I've never played these, and I'm very excited. We might try these. I'm not a fan of coated strings, but I do want to try another set. Those shed, and I never liked that. These probably do too, but maybe there's something in these that is a little better, and they might not shed as much, or at least as soon. So who knows? I might become a coated strings player. That's all the strings I got. We got some lights, some mediums, and a bunch of heavies. And we got some coateds, and we got a set for my 12-string. I am not going to do the 12-string one today because they take forever to restring, okay? So we're just not going to do that today. This video is long enough. I'll play you what I have on my guitar right now, which are some really dead flat tops, which were strings I thought I hated. And they're now my main strings for my Frauleini, 6-string Frauleini. So that's what I mean. I want to just try. I just always love trying different strings and keeping an open mind. So here we go. We're going to throw these Foxwoods on after we listen to a little bit of the dead flat tops, and just so it won't be a fair comparison by any means, but just to give you a tonal difference. And anyway, thanks for watching. So I hope it goes without saying that this video is not sponsored at all. I spent money on all these things, and I don't know anybody over at StringJoy other than the guy Chris I talked to, and he's just the phone guy, I think. So, but if anybody ever watches this video from StringJoy over there, thanks. Thanks for doing what you do, making these great strings with this great packaging. And if you ever want to try different strings, viewer, I really recommend trying StringJoys out. If you ever want to just try to make the best of your old strings, watch this video here where I try that whole boiling thing. Some more internet hype. I give that a go. Try to boil some old strings and don't spend any money. So we'll see you at that, and thanks for watching.